I always do this with my hands. I don't know why. Good morning. My name is Christina, and welcome to my home. I've been feeling a little bit down lately, and it all has to do with work. Ground squirrel. I was laid off from my corporate job in September of 2024, and I've been on employment insurance while I've been searching for a job over the last 10 months. And I haven't had any luck finding work, and my EI is done. So I've been feeling pretty shitty the last few days, which is great. Which also means my mental health has kind of been spiraling, and as such, my reading habits have also taken a downward turn. So I figured I would record this short video basically to talk about all the books that I've started lately and have put down because I just haven't been in the mood. There are at least 4. I don't think I have more than that, but we'll find out. It's just been pretty tough. I don't know if anyone else has been looking for work, but I have been really having quite a hard time about it. Yeah, it's been stressing me out. Just been rough, you know? So let's talk about the books that I've started reading and stopped. I have 4. This feels harder than normal. I don't want to cry today. I apologize if I'm a little bit down emotionally in this video. Actually, I don't apologize. I'm living my life and it's pretty sucky right now. So I've started 4 books, or I've tried to start 4 books over the last couple of days, and I think finally one has stuck, but it's taken me a few tries. The first book that I tried to pick up last week was Zodiac Academy 9, Restless Stars. This is the final book in the Zodiac Academy series, the main series, following Tori and Darcy. When they turned 18, they were visited by Professor Orion from Zodiac Academy, who told them that they are actually Fae royalty, and they were swapped with people with twins from the human realm, and they're being taken to Zodiac Academy, which is a college where they can learn about themselves, about their magic, about the realm, and eventually step into their role as queens of Solaria. I picked up book 9. It's, like I said, it's the last book in the series. There's been a lot of tension between Darcy and Tori and the Celestial Heirs, who are the sons of the 4 leaders on the council who are basically running the country, or running the kingdom. And one of the counselors has basically created a monarchy. He has appointed himself as king. He's created a bunch of policies that negatively affect the kind of lower half of the population, the people who are shifters, who aren't seen as essentially being worthy of the magic that they use to go about their lives. So basically, Darcy and Tori and their big group of loyalists, the people that they have on their side backing them, they're working to defeat the king and his minions, essentially. Yeah, so when I picked up this book, and I think part of it is just the fact that, like, we're on book 9 and we're still fighting the same battles, and I'm just like, I'm gonna finish it at some point, but I'm ready to be done. I think I'm just ready to be done with this series. So, because then I can pick up the next ones and hopefully enjoy those a lot. And there's fewer of them. There's fewer books, so it'll be hopefully faster to get through them. But yeah, I opened it and kind of went, oh, it's 1,000 pages. I don't know that I don't have that in me. I don't have that in me right now. So that one has been set aside until I'm in a better headspace. Then I picked up a fan fiction. I have been, so with the ACOTAR 6 announcement, if you can call it that, teaser, if you will, I want to eventually dive back into the ACOTAR series, give it a reread. I'm currently also in the middle of rereading the Crescent City series, which I'll touch on later, but I wanted to kind of jump back into the world. Controversially or not, I don't know, but A Court of Silver Flames is my favorite book in the ACOTAR series, and so I found this fanfiction titled A Court of Tangled Flames, which is a diversion from the story in Silver Flames. When Nesta and Cassian are on their hike, Eris from the Autumn Court finds out, and he rescues Nesta and takes her, basically with her consent, takes her to the Autumn Court to give her sanctuary so that she can get away from the wrongs, the evils that are happening within the Night Court. So I picked that up. I'm enjoying the story. It's introducing characters, like original characters, I guess, that this fan fiction author has created, and getting to know a little bit, or getting an idea of, how the Autumn Court might be functioning, how Eris isn't actually as bad as he portrays himself in public, and kind of expanding the world, opening the story up a little bit more, and I am enjoying it. But again, it's dealing, like, Nesta is obviously very depressed at this point in this story. She hasn't had the breakthrough that she's would have had if we continued on as though it was the main story, and so she's very, she's very unhappy. She feels very low, very unworthy, and I think those feelings were too similar to what I am feeling currently, and so I've had to put it down. I should probably be in therapy, but I don't have a job, so I can't pay for it. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I've talked to some people about it, and I know I'm not the problem. Capitalism is the problem. Whatever. Okay. Again, I am planning on finishing it, but I think I just need to be in a better headspace to pick it up and continue. So, yes, the next book I tried to pick up was The House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas, which is book 3 in the Crescent City series. I didn't even finish the prologue when I picked this one up. I don't know if this happens to anyone else, but I find that I get most emotional at night, particularly when I'm trying to fall asleep. I don't have a very good track record of sleeping lately, or like my husband, he crawls into bed, he turns off his phone, and he's out immediately, and I can take hours to fall asleep, which probably isn't helping with my current mental state. Anyway, so I do most of my reading on my Kobo. I like having the light on the screen that I can dim or brighten as necessary, and it also lets me read at night in bed without having to turn a lamp on, so that my husband can fall asleep without being disturbed. So I started reading this on my Kobo, and I think I was just sad. I was just upset about, obviously, the state of my employment. So the prologue opens with the Hind talking with the Asteri, and the two kings from the Fae, the Avalon Fae and the Valbaran Fae. And she's obviously being who she is and is being subjected to, or is involved in these discussions of kind of what happened with Bryce at the end of book 2. I'm rereading this, so I know how in-depth and intense this book is, and I think I'm just not in the right... I think I just don't have the capacity at the moment to go through it and be able to remember and maintain all the details of, you know, what's going to happen. So that one has also been paused. So that's 3. That one's been paused, and again, I will be reading it at some point. Okay, then the 4th book that I picked up, I actually made a little bit more progress in this one than I have in the rest, just because it feels so much more unputdownable, but also the subject matter is a lot heavier, so I've put it down for that reason. And that is Brothersong by TJ Klune, which is book 4 in the Green Creek series. I have loved this series so much. When I first got Wolfsong from the library, I think I made it to chapter, not even chapter, I think I made it to like page 5 before I was bawling my eyes out. And I think it's my new favorite series, honestly. It's been so good, and the way that it deals with found family and acceptance and worth and grief. It's been such a wonderful journey. But I picked up Brothersong, and if you've read this series, you know that there's been a very big shift. A big, I guess, chasm has broken between some of the family members due to incidents that happen at the end of book 3. And I've just been so sad lately that I can't handle more sad right now. I've done enough crying over my personal life that I don't think I can handle more crying about fictional characters who don't exist. So this is the one book that I'm so sad to put down, though, because I'm enjoying the story so much, and I know how good it's going to be. And the last book that I have attempted, I am reading this one physically, is Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. This is also going to be the next book, or one of the books, this one plus Problematic Summer Romance, that my friend Crystal and I are reading for our Double Booked Book Club, which will be up in a couple weeks. We need to record our next book club episode, but obviously we need to finish reading these books first. And again, with my recent mental state, I haven't wanted to pick it up, but today I feel like I've kind of finally turned a corner, I think, at least for now. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. I've made it to page 85 so far, chapter 8, and once I'm done recording this video, I'm going to keep reading because I feel mostly okay. Almost all of Ali Hazelwood's books follow women in STEM. I want to say the exception is Check and Mate, which is her only YA novel. Check and Mate? Maybe Bride as well. Anyway, that's her only YA novel, and that one revolves around a teenage girl who plays chess and is very good at playing chess. Yeah. But Ali Hazelwood writes almost exclusively about women in STEM, which I love. This follows Rue Siebert, who is a doctor. She works in food science, and she's working on a product to help the longevity of produce. She's trying to help make food more shelf stable. We find out that she has had to deal with food insecurity when she was younger, and she still deals a lot with those anxieties around food, where her next meal is going to come from, even though she is financially stable at the moment. She has, she's not struggling the same way she was. She still deals with those food insecurities. She works for Klein. It's a biotech company. Basically make biofuel out of food waste to help reduce the problem of food waste. And then she finds out that the company she works for has been taken over is the wrong word. They use the word loan assignment in the book. Another private equity firm has, I guess, bought the loan assignment or has taken on the loan assignment of Klein. So they are now the ones that are financially overseeing the company. This is a reread for me. I don't remember all the details, but it sounds like there is kind of some prior history between Harkness, which is the private equity firm, and Florence Klein, who is the CEO founder of Klein. And we're going to figure out kind of what's happening. Like I said, 85 pages into this one. Ali Hazelwood is an auto-buy author for me at this point. I've read all of her books, minus Problematic Summer Romance. But I'm picking it up as soon as I finish this one. And yeah, I'm still having a hard time. Obviously, it can take a while, I guess, for people to deal is the wrong word, but like, I should probably be in therapy. Again, can't afford therapy right now. Yeah, so working on my headspace. I have been trying to move my body more in the last couple of days. I did a yoga class on Monday. I did a spin class this morning. Trying to go for regular walks. I sunflower on the regular. If you don't know what that means, sometimes I just go sit in the sun with my face to the sun. Yeah, we're working on it. We're getting there. I applied for 25 jobs yesterday. We'll see if anything happens with any of them. Yeah, I'll be applying for more jobs probably later today, if not tomorrow. I'm helping a friend move on Friday, so I'm moving my body again on Friday. Yeah. If you have any book recommendations, or you are also dealing with these kinds of struggles, would love some commiseration in the comments. It's just one of those things where, like, you do all you can, you make your resume look as good as it can, and you just cross your fingers and hope for the best. And I know I don't look good on paper, which is the frustration, like the real frustration. Like, I know I look crap on paper, but I'm a hard worker. I know, like, teach me how to do it and I'll do it. Like, just tell me what needs to be done and I'll get it done. But because I don't have any certs behind my name or fancy letters, it's pretty rough going. Anyway, we'll see if I even edit this and put this up, because it feels just like a ramble. Anyway, for those of you who have been watching my videos so far, I really appreciate your support. If you want to share this video, or maybe not this one, share some of my other videos with your bookish friends, I would really appreciate it. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. I would appreciate that too. And I will see you in my next video. There's another fly. I will see you in my next video, hopefully feeling a little bit better. Okay, see you next time.